All right, so we are back from recess. It is still November 30th, Wednesday. This is the Broadwater Commissioners' General Business Meeting. It's 12 noon. Ann Miller requests refund for property taxes and decision. So what we did is we took the information, we met with you guys on Monday, and kept the information that you gave us, and did a little bit of research into some of the particulars.
Okay.
In order to do a tax refund, we need to follow a process that includes the AB 26 with the state. And it sounds like you did that to get last year's refund from the state, or went through the tax appeal board. And that's how you would get that state.
How are we gonna
refund.
do this year? I mean, this last half?
You got a refund for last year from the state, right?
No.
Just to recap. So you haven't got any refund at
No.
all? Okay, I'm sorry, I thought you had.
No, we haven't got
No.
any kind of refund.
No,
That's-
we just did the, request for to have it reappraised, and it's never gone any farther than that. We have never seen any monies.
Okay, so, then what it's, Doug, and maybe I'll defer to you, the process for the reappraisal now, moving forward, will hit next year, correct? If there is
That's
changes?
my understanding, what department, excuse my voice, what Department of Revenue's been telling my office is that, when they do a reappraisal, it doesn't affect the taxes that have been billed, it just affects the year.
But it still, we'll
Okay.
still be overpaying for this fall tax.
So then what is the so there's a form that we need to request to fill out to apply for a refund?
Did they had you fill out the AB 26?
I don't think I've ever seen that paper.
You've not got anything.
It's a state form, it should say, have a little mountain on the top, state of Montana.
I've got this reply to an AB 26 determination letter.
So you must have filled one out if they were applying to it.
That's the letter we have a copy of.
Right,
See,
where
is
they
that-
changed the square footage on the bottom, but I don't have anything.
That's the only thing where I see it mentions. it.
That's why I haven't paid these taxes for the fall yet, because there's no sense in sending money, or maybe we'll have to do it that way and beg for it back. You know, because it's overcharged also.
This is an informal classification and appeal process, but this doesn't.
Yeah,
say-
you must have filled one out, because they're replying to it here. It's a reply as a result of the Department's informal classification, case number AB 2690926.
So I need to call up to Helena then?
Yeah,
Normally, what's in the policy in the past with the Department of Revenue is they'll usually go back 1 year, which in this case would be 2016. They normally will go back, and what they'll do is if there's a change in the value, they'll change their computer system, and they'll send my office an email saying, this was the original bill, this is the corrected bill, and then my office will go in and delete the old bill and pull the new one over,
Okay,
and whatever change there is, if you paid the first half already, and they say there's
Yeah.
$200,
Yeah, the
or
only-
whatever, that's.
I just wanna know what to do with the second half.
right, the other,
This said here the value for tax year 2016. Did they not apply it to 2016? It already says that they were going to.
And it, I don't know what Department of Revenue's done.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
either.
yeah, when I talked to Helena, they said that for any monies going forward, but then I had to apply to the county for any refund, that the department in Helena had nothing to do with refunds, of getting money back.
Right, I do the refund, they're the ones that usually tell me how
Oh,
much
okay,
refund,
I'll tell you how much.
they'll say,
Yeah.
we've changed this tax bill from this to this,
right,
and then I'll go in and change my records, I
Okay.
haven't heard anything from them.
Okay, so I need to take that
Who did-
letter, go home and track down that,
Who did you
that-
talk to in Helen, do you
I
remember?
don't remember, just, yeah, some lady on, you know,
But
Yeah.
they've been passing it around for the last 6 months on that.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this-
It's in our
I'll
office,
look-
call
have a
you
look at
guys,
this
you guys
case
have
number.
call them guys and that's.
Right.
So is it possible to get a refund all the way back to 2010, or is it just,
well, that's something that I don't have any control over. We've kind of been talking about what
'Cause
kind of
1
policy
year,
the
yeah.
county should have.
yeah, because I
it-
mean, yeah.
Normally, the state will only go back 1 year.
We'll leave it, yeah. 'cause
And most
It
of
was
the
over
changes we have
$4,000
to
last
do
year.
are due to their mistake. Yeah, and, by the time they get back to us to let us know that
I mean,
things
I just
have
kinda feel like we
changed,
got hosed down on that deal.
money's already
You know,
been.
because they
Right.
were a lot of
distributed to
square
the
feet off
schools
on
and-
this thing.
Yeah,
You know, and if you wanna, you know, if you guys wanna prevent this, all you have to do is ask for an architect's drawing when they build these houses with the finished square feet, and you got your square feet, you're not, no guessing, no
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah,
And then you prevent all this hassle.
yeah.
And that's the
You
frustration.
don't have to get in.
Yeah.
By
That's
revenue.
yeah, that's the frustration that we have with the Department of Revenue is they're the ones making these mistakes, and we're the
ones that,
writing the checks.
right, cause you're like, oh gosh, we don't wanna have to refund these people.
No,
money
we're the ones
they've
writing the
already-
check.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah, but you don't wanna have to give it back when it's already spent, yeah,
Well, that's just it, because we don't
Yeah.
have it.
right,
It's already spent on weeds, on law enforcement.
Yeah.
You know, that's the position we're put in. And we worked with our county attorney earlier today about addressing some of these issues with Department of Revenue. I don't know what'll come of that, but these are their errors. They are making an awful lot of them. And then they are telling people, well, go back to your counties. Well, we don't have the money, we didn't make a mistake, and they're putting us in a really difficult position, plus giving you guys the runaround.
right.
So we're pretty frustrated
Okay.
today
I mean, do
over
we need to
this.
get our tax lawyer back up here, and we need to do
Well,
that?
I don't think so, I just don't think
Or
anyone knows.
Call the attorney general, or call the congressman, or what do we need to do?
Yeah, I would suggest that you start with Kelly Flynn, he is the representative for this county. He's
Okay,
your representative with the legislature, and I have his phone number memorized, so I'll give it to you.
And
Okay.
Scott Sales
Is our senator. I don't have his phone number memorized. Kelly Flynn is 266-3320, or excuse me, 3322.
okay,
And Scott Sales is our senator. And he's out of Bozeman, and I don't know his phone number, but
Okay.
you can Google him. And I would also suggest the governor's office as well as the AG's office. But basically, what we need to do is address Department of Revenue's policies,
okay,
address Department of Revenue's attention to detail on this stuff. They make an error. Doug, would you share what the process is when you get your appraisal on, and that whole process?
Yeah, and that's, it really, it's confusing when you work with it all the time, so that, you know, regular citizen has no idea what happened, but, Department of Revenue used to do 6-year appraisals, so every 6 years they would reappraise your property. They've changed that to 2 years now, so you should get an appraisal every 2 years, and it's just it'll have that same mountain scene on it. from the
Okay.
Department of Revenue, it'll say appraisal for such and such a year, and it will give you your taxable value on your property. And that's probably the single most important tax document you're gonna get for 2 years.
Okay.
And the thing to do, that will show you your appraisal from prior, and
okay,
it will show you the current one that they're appraising. And if there's a difference in that, and you haven't made any changes,
All we do is plant grass, I
and that,
wish I had
that
done
looks
that.
like this.
Kill rattlesnakes and plant grass, that's the only thing we did
Yeah,
that
that's it.
whole place.
That's this,
Yeah.
okay,
yeah. And that appraisal doesn't give you the amount of your taxes.
no,
Because at that time, they have no idea what it's gonna be. We haven't done our budget or done our mill levy or anything. So all it gives you is the value of your property.
Okay.
So if that value changes and goes up, then you have 30 days to protest that value with the Department of
Okay.
Revenue. If you're not satisfied with their determination, then you can protest with the county tax appeal board. And you'd only have 30 days after the end of their appraisal to protest
Right.
that.
And that, of course, they corrected their errors, so of course we had no reason to protest it, so that was fine, so. After they reappraised it
Right.
this summer,
But they
so-
make no provision for going back.
Yeah.
It's like they told you that, you know, it's for the year 2016 or 2017, they don't. What's in the past, if they made a past mistake, would,
If they made a mistake, what if you make a mistake? They come up, they come put your house on the tax roll, sell it off for the highest bidder for 10%.
yeah, that's,
Yeah. That's
That's
not really fair, you know, if I make a mistake in my business, I have to pay for it.
right.
You guys are essentially in business and wait for, you know, that
Well,
was your mistake. Yeah, we don't do the appraisals, we don't do the square footage,
When we,
that's all done by the county.
right.
No,
When
No,
we-
No,
when
it's
we
not.
send
It's not,
out the
it's done by the
tax bills
state.
each
It's
year.
done
Okay, well, by the state, well, anyway, the
Well,
state,
they
then that's the
told us
state's
who
fault
to-
then.
They told us who to contact,
Okay.
the representatives. and
I
so
have
forth to-
Scott Sales at
Oh, okay,
I just don't wanna give me that bunch of guff that you can only back 1 year, well, how convenient is that?
406
That's not, I mean, any one of you guys sitting there would be saying the
579.
same thing I'm saying for sitting here.
7994.
And that's what we were
Got it.
talking about this
Thank you.
morning is, you know, it's a shame, and it really is a shame that, that your way of protesting your taxes doesn't come when your taxes come out. If you get that appraisal, you have no idea what your taxes are gonna be if they went up or
No,
down.
that's
Other
just whatever.
other than looking at
It's
the
like an
value
open
and say,
book.
oh, our value went up, we better call.
yeah,
But the average person
Hey,
doesn't
what do you do
know
if you're on
that
fixed
until they get
income
their
and they raise your
tax
taxes
bill.
like that? You know, how do you know what I'm saying? If you're on, like us, we're most disabled, got virtually no income, and they've doubled these taxes since we moved in the house, that makes me where I have to sell out and go back to an apartment or something, you know? It's not right,
we
you
agree.
know? I mean, in most states, they've got, if you're disabled or whatever, they've got, you know, freezes on taxes in places, or if you retire, they get a freeze on. I don't know if they've got anything like that here, or not. I know there is one thing I seen, on some piece of paper, and I don't know whose office is out of the lady downstairs, said something about if you're both disabled, then there's some kind of help
Mhm.
Yeah,
for
they
you.
have
But we've applied for it, never heard a word, anything about it. So, and we're both 100% disabled, so.
See, and that goes like, then I'm not trying to pass the buck, really,
Right.
I'm not, but that goes through the Department of Revenue, it's called a
Right.
PTAP, it's a Property Tax Assistant
right, and
Program.
that's Helena, that's not here,
Yeah, and you applied for that.
But they have an office
Yeah.
in our building,
Yeah.
they rent an office here. But, and those forms have to be, they don't carry over from 1 year to the next, you have to fill it, have them back to them, I think by the 14th of April
okay,
each year
okay,
to get that assistance.
okay,
And it,
I applied for that
Right.
in February,
okay.
down there with the gal.
Yeah, it
But
was-
you're not in that office.
No, on the other side
It's
of
the
the
other,
hall.
it's the other lady down
And
there.
it's probably a different lady now.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
Okay.
and that's the fun, and believe me, we're very frustrated in this, that they're telling community members to come to us, because now we're left, as you stated, you know, if any of us were sitting where you're sitting, you'd have the same verbiage and say the
right.
same things, you're right. That's the frustrating aspect about it.
Yeah, cause they absolutely told me that umpteen times, oh no, you've
And
gotta
how
go
many of
back
us
to
are
the
there out
county.
there that don't know about it?
Yeah.
Well, and that was the thing we talked
They're
about.
gonna know about
this.
it if I don't get this thing straightened out. But
Right.
I'll
I
get-
think we've got plenty
you know.
of resources now, we know, and, yeah, cause you know, they're telling us to talk to people that don't have the answers either.
And that-
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we've been
they're
going,
just-
she's been on the phone for months now,
Oh, yeah.
and it's passed
Yeah,
on, so. you can
And
see our-
that's,
you can
that's
see
the
our
last thing
frustration.
we wanna do is try to pass you off, that's
Right.
not what we're trying to accomplish.
yeah,
We want answers just like you want answers.
sure,
Because Doug showed us this morning a 3-ring binder full of people, just like yourselves, that have come to him because the State Department of Revenue
Yeah.
have come to him. So
Right.
they're telling him to come to us, but again, they're making
Well, and
this.
like, you know, that's my thinking too, is that this is not the first instance that this has ever happened. There's a way to correct it, and there's some kind of protocol.
Yep.
Somewhere, there's somewhere to find it. Yeah.
So we're really not trying to pass
Yeah.
you off.
You ever had this come up before here?
That's
The
the other
precedent's
thing.
been set.
We've
Yeah.
had a wave of this
Yeah.
year. There's been more errors by Department of Revenue this year than I've ever seen. I've been here for 8 years.
Yeah.
This is a wave
I
that's.
mean, where's their accountability,
Well,
for
I
Christ's
know.
sake? You know, and they're the ones
Yeah.
handling their money, that scares the hell out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, think about it, really.
Yep.
You know,
And
hey,
that's the frustrating thing is, like Chairman overstated, this has been a wave.
you know, and you guys are on the low end of the food chain, so I talk loud because I've got hearing aids like you. So, you know, so don't think I'm yelling at you or getting.
It wouldn't be the
I do
first
get
time.
riled up. You can tell, I see you're sitting there getting your gun out. No, but I mean, it's just so frustrating for us as taxpayers, you know, and I'll pay my fair share, and I don't, you know, I just want, if they've made a mistake, I want my money back.
Well, they admitted
I had to borrow,
Yeah.
I had to borrow money off of friends, beg, borrow, and steal to get this tax that's all paid. I mean, paying interest on top of that, so, you know, I mean, I just gotta try to get some of this resolved and some of it back anyway, because I really don't have a whole lot of resources to pay this money back to these people that I borrowed. They're gonna come foreclose on my house. So,
They admitted their mistake there, and I think my own opinion, you should be entitled all the time they was
Yeah.
overappraised there.
Okay.
because that's what I told him when
Well,
it came
then-
out, I said, if you think you can get 550,000 out of this thing, do it, because there's no comps I've ever seen in Broadwater County for that much money.
Yeah.
I said, there's nothing out here. I mean, we paid $259 for that when we bought it in 2010. Well, that set precedent, because they went to auction and they couldn't get it. Went through 2 banks and they couldn't get it. They put it back on the market and that's what they got. So I was just shocked when I found out that they had almost 600,000 on that thing, and there was no way. And I've talked to realtors, no way, it ain't gonna happen. They won't even come back and even talk to you if you can say that amount of money.
Yeah.
They won't even let us do. So, you know,
If you guys like, I have the name and numbers of the heads of the Department of Revenue in Helena, I can give those to you.
Okay.
But just go downstairs and get them.
Okay. We can
At
do that.
at least that way you're talking with the one in charge.
Right,
And,
instead of like.
and you'll have a name and a phone number, and if somebody says, who did you talk to, it won't be some girl on the phone.
Okay.
Years ago, it'll be, I talked to the head of the department, this is her name, this is her phone number.
Okay,
And that would be a better use of your time than the AG or the governor.
right,
so we can
It's
tell
just
them we've
not
already had a
requirements.
committee meeting here. Be no problem with that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's all on YouTube too, so they can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Great.
guy with hearing aids is badass. Get their money back. Okay.
We sure appreciate you.
No,
Well,
thank you
for
guys.
taking the time a second
Yes.
time to figure this out.
We'll go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
And this makes me wonder too, if we shouldn't call Kelly and see if we can bring him into a meeting and explain this to him, so that when you guys talk to him too, and he's at the legislature, maybe he'll be, you know, I remember this.
I think the only way you're gonna get results is get your attorney
If
back.
you guys could help us out, it would really be
Absolutely.
helpful to us.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
if you got, you know, I mean, if you guys just don't wash your hands
Well,
of
we'll get the
us.
numbers from Doug and that'll
Yeah.
help immensely rather than just talking to the person that answers the phone, so.
Yeah, and we are not washing our hands.
No.
We're going to work on this.
Well, thank you
and
very
find
much.
a
We appreciate
resolution.
it.
All right.
Thanks
very
again,
much.
folks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you much. I'll take a hug.
Okay. Yeah, your name?
Thank
I'm gonna take one of you, you can come across. You guys are too big.
I just, Ann, do you know why their first amount in 2000 and, where is this? 2008 is almost $7,000. And then their last amount in 2013 is almost $8,700.
No idea.
I might be able to answer that. If you look on the last sheet, right here. paid on assignment, that is
Oh.
probably including interest penalty, and
Yes.
if it went to assignment, that means that a separate company bought the property through the lien process.
Oh.
Right, that
And
equity
attaches-
trust, yeah. When they pay the taxes and then when you have to redeem it, there is, like you said, there's penalty and interest and there's, the county gets a whopping $25 for handling all this paperwork.
But that
But there's
holding
a tremendous
company
am-
gets 10% on top of
Right.
it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And Mr. Miller had mentioned that 10%,
Mhm.
that was included
Yep.
to save their property, they needed to pay all that plus 10%
Right.
to the,
Oh.
whoever's on the
Yeah.
top there,
Yeah.
back home loan services from
Oh,
California.
yeah, okay. Okay. So their regular taxes are pretty, they went down this year, 2010, they went down,
They dropped a couple thousand
yeah.
because of the improvement.
That's interesting. Frustrating,
Yeah,
but
so you know what, I am going to recess us and run downstairs and listen to the handbook presentation
Sure.
from Debbie and Michelle. And then when they're done,